Hello everyone, my name is Daria, welcome back to my channel. And the time has come, my friends. Bridgerton Season 2 has dropped on Netflix. I'm about to sit down and watch the first episode, but to be 100% transparent with you, this is not the first time that I am watching this episode. I'm so sorry, I really wanted to give you guys a raw reaction, but I simply couldn't help myself. This shit dropped at midnight, and I quite literally lost my mind. I was pacing around my house, my hands were shaking, I needed to exorcise the demon, and I watched the first episode. But I feel like this is the first time that I can genuinely react to it the way that I wish to, because I was watching this shit in the midnight hours when everyone was asleep, so I could not project the way that I wished to while seeing some of these scenes. So you guys will definitely get, some entertaining content from me today. So without any further ado, after more than a year of build-up, let's dive into Bridgerton Season 2. I cannot tell you how happy it makes me to see this. Like, the costumes, the set, everything. It feels like coming home. And I love this. I love that we start with Daphne. It's very reminiscent of the first episode of the first season. Also, anytime that you have the Bridgerton siblings and the Bridgerton family all together, you are guaranteed quality television and quality comedy. You know she put those maids through it. Oh, poor things. She looks so beautiful, but it's not her. It's not her at all.
Simply locate a stationary object.
This girl is having a full-blown panic attack. This is not the time to give advice on how to curtsy. I know they didn't have anti-anxiety meds back then, but I'm pretty sure that there's literally anything else you could have done.
What I need is what I have, and that is a list. Tolerable, dutiful, suitable enough hips for childbearing, and at least half a breath.
Anthony Bridgerton, I sit here and I defend you every single day, sir. Every single day since the start of Season 1, I have sat here and been your biggest defender. Do not disrespect me like this. Do not do this. Childbearing hips, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. We're simply ignoring it.
My apologies.
Penelope's hair is much bigger this season, and I think we all know why. Because it's full of secrets.
And Miss Eloise Bridgerton.
Oh god. I remember thinking she was just gonna hightail it out of there that second. And it's very cute that Penelope, sent out Lady Whistledown at the exact moment. I mean, she wouldn't know the exact moment, but when Eloise was going to be presented. It's a good bestie move.
Best of luck to you, brother. You shall certainly need it this season.
Let's talk about how good he looks. The sideburns got trimmed, he's got a bit of a tan going on. They really gave him the leading man Regency drama glow up. He looks incredible. Yes! Exactly! Anthony Bridgerton all over that motherfucking tree. And Simone, Ashley, Jonathan Bailey! Their names are first.
How do you think she does it?
Well, we're about to find out.
How could she?
What's really sad about this is that it could literally only be Penelope who's Lady Whistledown, because she's the only one that no one pays attention to. She can get away with this shit because no one, not even her family, gives a fuck what she's up to. That's sad.
I am off to the market with my maid, Mama. I have just a tiny bit of pin money left under.
Do you see what I mean? Her own mother doesn't give a fuck about her. I shouldn't laugh, but it's so sad.
And what number do you have in mind?
Oh, I can't watch this.
4.
Ooh.
5. No.
Ooh. It hurts.
Say one of your daughters had a penchant for overspending. How would you deal with that?
The way this man has gone about finding a wife, it is literally just like a job interview. He doesn't even get out a hi, how are you? It's just, how many kids do you want? How would you deal with such scenario? This man is insane. I can't stand him. I can't stand him.
Do you read?
Books.
I'm, my heart is beating out of my chest. The stress radiating off of this man. I'm aging 5 years just watching this. What I love about this sequence is that it sets up such a tonal difference between Anthony's season and Daphne's season. Daphne's first episode, it was all very whimsical and magical and sort of this fantasy kind of thing. With Anthony, this is just pure fucking stress. This is just adrenaline and anxiety. But I love it because I think we're seeing all this shit that Anthony has to deal with that None of us even considered. I mean, no wonder this man has an entire tree stuck up his ass. Like, I would too if this was my life. Here we go. Everyone wake up. Pump yourselves up, bitches. Let's go. This is what we've been waiting for. Look at this man. Look at this man. Destitute, desolate, depressed. And now, the entrance of his true love. The serotonin that I get from this scene, like, it is unmatched. I want people to inject this scene into my fucking veins. Ah, there she is! And watch how this man goes from 0 to 1,000. Look at his face! We have watched 15 minutes, and this man has not smiled. He has not so much as smirked. He has not so much as lifted a corner of his mouth. And look at his fucking face the second he sees Kate Sharma. Are you joking? That's fucking love, bitch. This is what fairy tales are based on. This is a fucking Disney movie. And the smirk that she gave him, the way she whipped off that hood,
Good day, sir.
We've not yet been introduced.
I'm afraid that is not possible. Not when I have a victory lap to enjoy.
He heard her little laugh, and his face just lit up. That is so cute. I can't stand them.
A true pleasure, Lady Danbury. I am so grateful for your hospitality. Your home.
That's my baby. She's so cute. I just want to squeeze her cheeks. Oh, she's so stunning.
The age of the elder miss may raise concern. Any suitable gentleman will require some persuading, whether we like it or not, as she will already be regarded as an old maid at the mature age of
6 and 20, ma'am. She is accomplished in both Latin and Greek, in addition to Marathi and Hindustani, of course. She not only plays sitar, murli, but pianoforte, too.
Just listing all of her
As far as
accomplishments.
dancing, well, we taught my sister the cotillion, the quadrille, the waltz, self-taught naturally.
Lady Danbury's face.
Kate feels
Okay, listen, I'm a Lady Danbury fan as much as the next person, but she deserved that, okay? She deserved those backhanded comments from Kate because she was expecting country bumpkins. Aww.
You speak in a manner that only your heart can hear. That is what you are looking for. That is the true love you deserve.
This scene breaks my heart watching it the second time around. Kate looking at herself in the mirror wearing that dress, and now talking to Edwina, looking down, talking about the things that she so obviously wants for herself, but has decided that she's not worthy of, that she can't have, that she doesn't deserve. Like, oh man, that fucking gets me. It's just classic elder sibling sacrifice. And I think this season, especially with Kate and Anthony being at the helm, it's really going to show the way that these older siblings give up everything and yet it goes completely unnoticed and unappreciated. And yet without their sacrifices, their families would not function the way that they do. We saw before with Anthony, he is the financial backbone of that family. Like every time that they spend money, everything that they do, he has to take care of it. He is doing all these things behind the scenes, and then the family is just going about their day, not noticing all this weight and all this pressure on him and not even helping him out. And Kate, all these like emotional sacrifices that she's making, like it's so sad because it's just nobody notices and it's killing her.
Your Majesty, may I present Lady Mary Sharma, whom you must remember?
I hear you have made quite a journey to join us again after all these years, Lady Mary. If only you had extended the courtesy of offering your queen a final farewell before you left.
Yeesh. Imagine being like important enough to upset the queen. Like, I don't know, I feel like Mary shouldn't be upset. Because if it was me, I would kind of be riding on my high horse a little bit. Like, the queen was upset by me? I'm important enough to upset the queen? What? Like, I don't know. If it were me, I would gloat a little bit.
Is that Lady Mary Sheffield Sharma? I can't believe she would show her face here again.
Book readers, you guys know, when I heard the name Sheffield, I damn near fell off the bed. I love this setup that they have. I love this whole, like, previous scandal, Mary previously being a Sheffield. That is such a good tie-in from the book.
But the man was no more than a common worker who already had a child. That must be her, the older one.
See, no, we're not about to, no. We are not going to have Kate slander. Do not, first of all, do not point in the direction of Kate. Do not even look at Kate, look away. Also, that is a lot of gumption to talk about Kate Sharma when your daughter is Cressida Cowper. I mean, I feel like if all of them, you should really shut your mouth. I'm sorry, I see red anytime anyone comes close to insulting Kate. I will not stand for it.
I know that gentleman. Who?
The Viking?
I know, it's your future husband, baby.
must be
Look at the way she looks at him.
You have quite
Oh, I love this.
one of the
Edwina, you don't look. No, look away. Kate is allowed to look at Anthony, no one else. I mean, I know I can't stop it because that's where the plot obviously is gonna go, but if I could reach through this screen and turn her head to look at someone else, I would. Oh, she's so smitten too. Oh, I love this. Oh, this man is struggling out there on that dance floor. He is getting nothing from his partner. That is so rude. Back then, that is so rude to just dip in the middle of a dance. I cannot believe he did that. Oh, but that's my man. It really is.
Simply pick the least objectionable and get a wed, bed, and bread.
Wed, bread, and bed? Or no, wed, bed, bread. I can't. It doesn't matter the order. It's.
And if my children are to be of good stock, then their mother must be of impeccable quality. A pleasing face, an acceptable wit.
I can't. Anthony, I cannot keep defending you if you're going to do this. Stop. You are embarrassing me. This scene, this is like the first official clip that they released. Let me say it is so much better in context. Knowing that they've met already, that he liked her from the beginning, and now she's about to hand him his ass on a silver platter. The way that I know this scene by heart, it's not even a joke. I know the scene line for line.
None of that was meant for...
Viscount Bridgerton, yes? When you manage to find this paragon of virtue, whatever makes you think she will accept your suit? Are the young ladies of London truly so easily won by a pleasing smile and absolutely nothing more? So you find my smile pleasing. I find your opinion of yourself entirely too high. This girl cannot catch a fucking break. She is trying to do her goddamn job, Eloise.
Is we are woefully unprepared to navigate this lion's den. I am sure Edwina's absence will only make her that much more desirable.
Did anybody else take notice that that was literally the same argument that Anthony used back with Daphne in season 1? Leave now and leave them wanting more? Just mega mind writing decisions, okay? Whoever made that decision, thank you.
Are you and the Modies still making a stitch?
But apparently not. Have you found a wife yet? You're trying to offend every young girl until there are none left.
One thing that I love about this series, and one thing it absolutely gets right, like spot on, is the fact that siblings exist merely to torment and absolutely wreck each other. Like, if you can get a jab in at your sibling, you will take that chance.
They never lay eyes on them again.
Anthony.
I'm looking for perfection, Mother, and you should be too. The woman I marry shall be the Viscountess Bridgerton.
You will end up alone with such expectations.
Mama Bridgerton went for the jugular with that one. That hurt me. As an Anthony stan, as an Anthony apologist, that hurt me a little bit. That hurt me a lot of it, actually.
Penelope was writing to Colin Bridgerton.
Literally everyone in this family besides Penelope can get fucked.
Wasted ink on someone like you.
Oh, fuck you! Maybe.
What? Edwina must marry an Englishman of nobility. The Sheffields have agreed to bestow a sizable dowry on my sister and to look after my mama. But only if Edwina marries properly.
And what about you?
Lady Danbury is literally the first person in Kate's life, I think, to ask her that question. From what I can gather, I think Mary is just so consumed with her anxiety returning to this place that she doesn't really notice what's going on. And Edwina is just oblivious to it all, and Kate has made sure of that because she wants to protect her sister, and I totally understand. Edwina's just this younger sister, like, she doesn't think that her sister has any struggles. She thinks that her older sister is just this reliable, strong person. She doesn't know that she has vulnerabilities. She doesn't really, like, take them into account or notice them. And that's not really her fault. Like, we can see that Kate is very good at keeping her feelings to herself. And the way she said, me and my mother have raised Edwina, like, Kate, I believe she's 26 in the show. Edwina is probably 18 or 19. She was likely a second mother to Edwina. It breaks my heart to think of a young Kate just taking on so much more responsibility than she needed to, than should have been asked of her. And I think Lady Danbury recognizes that. She recognizes the sacrifice that Kate is making, and it seems like she's the only one who is doing that. I just don't know how you can look at Kate Sharma and not just want all the happiness in the world for her.
I even taught her how to make this pitiable excuse for tea the English so adore. I despise English tea.
And you were right for that.
Your sister has a right to know.
That is precisely why I shield her, because I know her. If she was made aware of the circumstances, she would marry quickly only to please us.
This situation is so difficult because I agree with Lady Danbury and I agree with Kate. Like, yes, Edwina has a right to know, but at the same time, like, imagine it was your sister and you know that she's such a kind person that she would be willing to do anything, that she would give up her own happiness. Like, Kate is just so willing to take on all the unhappiness that her sister doesn't have to feel any of it. None of the pressure, none of the sacrifice. I'm literally gonna cry thinking about it. Kate Sharma, you deserve the world. And Anthony Bridgerton is gonna give it to you.
Allow it to now be my honor to present to you the season's diamond.
I remember watching this and wanting to pull my fucking hair out. We all know where this is going and is down a very bad path.
Miss Edwina Sharma.
You deserve it, baby girl.
Do you have any thoughts about children?
Straight out the gate with the interview questions. This is just ridiculous. This is so... I hate this scene. I cannot tell you how much I hate this scene. I knew going into this season that we were likely to get some Anthony Edwina shippers, but I don't know how you can watch this scene and even like them remotely. This man doesn't even like ask her about herself. He does not ask her one thing. He just gets straight to it. How many kids do you want? And poor Edwina has been taught just to say yes, like every other lady. Oh, and she looks like a baby next to him. She looks like an honest to God child.
Is your father in attendance? I should like to speak with him.
You just met! This man is insane. I can't stand him.
Oh.
Though, perhaps you could speak with my sister.
When I tell you I was screaming. I was screaming with, ah! Look at his fucking face.
Her sister.
Miss Sharma.
Ooh. His life flashed before his eyes twice in that moment. That's what happens when you talk out of your ass, Mr. Anthony Bridgerton. This is going to be so delicious. I can feel the enemies to lovers.
She is who I shall marry.
I mean, the statement is correct, but you're looking at the wrong sister.
Lady Featherington.
Oh, wow. The funny thing is they end the episode on this man as if I give a fuck. I watched this scene, and from the moment I saw him, I thought, okay, so here's the storyline that I will be skipping through the entire season. There's always one of them. I won't tell you which storyline I skipped through last season. That'll remain a mystery. But this is going to be the one for this season that I will simply not be watching and paying attention to. Alright, so the episode is finished. As for initial thoughts, final thoughts, I guess you could say, because this was like the second time that I was watching this through, I feel like I was able to be a lot more analytical and sort of share my opinion throughout. In future episodes, I will likely not be as coherent and will need some time to like unwind and talk about the episode towards the end of a video. I guess all I can say is that Bridgerton is back. It is back with a bang. I'm eating this season up already, and it is pretty much only because of Kate and Anthony and every single storyline involving them. Like, every time that they are on screen, the dopamine in my brain rises exponentially. I don't know two better people. I don't know two better characters. I also don't know anyone who clowns as hard as Anthony Bridgerton, and yet I still love him. What's that about? I love the fact that they made it so that Anthony didn't know that Kate was Edwina's sister until the very end. His face was fucking priceless. So based on this video and based on the clips that I chose to include from the episode, I think you can probably tell where my loyalties lie. Let me just come straight out the gate and say, you will not be getting a lot of Featherington content from me. I do not care. The fact that they introduced this random man, I care even less than I did last season. Like, I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry, because I am here for the romance first. I am here for Kate and Anthony first and foremost. Second of all, I'm here for their individual character development as well. And third of all, I'm also here for like the Bridgerton family moments and getting to see all of them being adorable together. That's why I'm here. So that is it for me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Please, you guys, let's keep the discussion in the comment section to just this first episode. I don't want anyone to stumble upon this and see spoilers. Also, I don't want to be spoiled myself, because at this point, when I'm recording this, I haven't finished the series. If you guys want to find me or follow me anywhere else, all those links will be down below. I love you all very dearly, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!